New Year's resolutions for nail techs. We've got the list for you. You're going to want to hear this right now on the Biz Talk.
I have a question. Did we plan this?
Oh, our shoesies. We've got matching shoesies. Well, not really matching shoesies, but we're both wearing sneakers.
Red. You got the red.
I got the red. You got a little black. It's kind of reversies with the sneakies. Mm-hmm. Do you like that language?
Now I wish I hadn't brought it up.
You know what's funny is these have been sitting underneath my desk for like 6 months, and I love them. And I was like, oh my God, there they are, because I lost them.
You know what bugs me about that whole
What?
sentence? Why have they been under your desk and not in a closet?
Because I took them off at some point while I was editing.
In a shoebox.
In a shoebox? Why would they be in a shoebox? I never put my shoes in a shoebox.
All my shoes are in shoeboxes.
Oh my God, you're annoyingly organized.
Plastic shoebox so I can see.
See, annoyingly organized. It's a good idea, actually. I'm going to do that. Because my shoes are like stacked on top of it.
It's amazing. Awful. You can see where they are. They don't get dusty, dirty.
Holy
You're
caca.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, Trace. As you said earlier, new year, new you. Let's talk about this new year, new you.
I just said that to annoy you.
It worked. New Year's resolutions for nail technicians. What should they be? I already have like a list of like top, 2 or 3 things that every nail professional should be doing. But let's kind of go down the list. I think the timing is good to set things straight with your clients. If you're in the nail business and you want to make some changes, there's probably no better time, right?
I like that. Yeah.
You can really come out saying, hey, letting everybody know for 2021, this is what it's going to be. And even if it's, if changes don't start for 2 or 3 months in, it could be a good time just to notify them like, hey, starting in 2021. I mean, either way, even if it's a couple months earlier, like if you did this in November for changes, whatever changes you're going to make is what I'm trying to say. It's good to give them a little bit of time.
We got there eventually.
I just went in like 6 circles.
So kind of like a refresh, new year, gonna just clean everything out and get it go.
New year, new you.
Don't.
New year, new you.
I like that. You know why I like that is, well, it's a good idea. And everybody's got to be sending new policies and everything because of COVID. You know, so it's a good time to be like, and a good excuse to put in those little things that have bothered you before, like,
totally.
No small humans, you can kind of like blame it on COVID. So yeah, I like that. You just a new set of regulations.
Yeah. And I mean, I wouldn't even say it's blaming it on COVID. Like
it's legit.
It's legit.
But still.
Right? Like you should probably do it because of COVID. Like don't bring your kids in. I mean, regardless. COVID, it's all your fault. Yeah. But no. I think you're right. Like because of COVID, this does sort of bring to light a lot of things that should be done and that you should be talking about your clients, like cleanliness and like probably no kids. If you didn't want them, like you said, this is a good time to make that very clear. But what are the top sort of hits here in terms of New Year's resolutions for nail professionals? What would be the top ones for you?
Raise prices.
Number 1 for me as well, right? Like definitely a great opportunity to raise.
Perfect timing. And you know what? I've talked to a lot of techs and they are raising their price. And with COVID again,
of course,
things are, first of all, it's taking longer.
Yeah.
The sanitation and all that is more intense. They're spending more money on things like that. Not that people weren't clean anyway, but it's a little over the top, so they have to go above and beyond. And just the replacing and the things that maybe you wouldn't have had to replace every single client typically, just to be safe and to let your clients know that you're being safe. They're buying more implements, they're buying, all that stuff. So totally. I think it's almost necessary to raise your prices right now.
Yeah, I think you have to. like you said, because they're going to be consuming more materials, and maybe having to purchase more materials in terms of having to keep the place up to a different standard now, right? With new regulations, especially in California, where it's crazy here, and my heart goes out to any beauty professional right now, but you absolutely have to raise your prices. If you are watching this and if you have not, or listening to this, if you have not raised your prices in a while, you're going to do it right now. Right now, you're going to raise your prices.
After the video,
even if it's just $5 per service.
We've talked, I mean, they're probably so sick of us talking about this. $5 is not a big deal.
To the client.
Is a big deal to you. It's not a big deal to the client. In fact, a lot of people are expecting it right now. Just like a lot of people are expecting to be receiving policies.
Yeah.
I've received it from my gyms, my hairdresser. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So I'm kind of expecting the price increase to go up too.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that, a lot of places you have to wait outside. Now I have to text you, let you know when to come in. Then I got to take your temperature. Now how much my time has increased there.
Big time.
Yeah.
And
less people in the day.
Absolutely. Raise your prices. Dang it. Okay. So
whoa.
I'm getting mad.
Bad language.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I'm getting mad, Trace. Okay. Second, what would be the next one? So raise prices.
Did we say raise prices?
Yes.
Okay.
Next one.
Practice something that you're uncomfortable with.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you're an acrylic tech and you don't do gel.
Yeah.
Incorporate gel in your services for 2021. Or if you're a gel tech, and I know a lot of gel techs don't do acrylic because of the smell, but let's say if you're not in that category and you just started with gel and you want to bring acrylic in, you want to learn, the opposite would be true.
Yep.
Maybe put that on your list.
Try to kind of expand what you're good at.
Nail art,
especially nail art, because that's going to get you money.
That's going to get you money.
Yeah.
So definitely expanding beyond, or even like if you don't do pink and whites, which I know in our opinion, this is what we start with, right? In terms of teaching and education, we always start with pink and whites.
It's hardest, so you practice it, you can do anything.
You can do anything. But even if you don't, and even if it's not part of your service, it's a great technique to have skill-wise, correct?
Yep.
So I like that. Branch out into areas that you're not currently in nails. It's going to help your business. It's going to make you more well-rounded nail professional. So that's really good.
Yep. I know yours.
You do?
Yes.
What would it be? Curious.
Marketing.
Oh, thank you. I did.
You just think about it.
It wasn't even on my mind, but you're right.
Marketing.
Yes.
Definitely marketing.
Absolutely. If this is an area that you feel like you're struggling with, and I know a lot of people are, because from the classes that I've done, there's a lot of people that are struggling with marketing. You should look to improve your social media game, and when I say improve your social media game, what I actually mean is stop over judging your work and put it out there, and try to be more objective and not be so hard on yourself. And just work on the volume of getting your work exposed to the market. And then you can dial in, better photography, better lighting later. That's always kind of the first step. That's
kind of something that improves with time, right?
It does improve with time.
Without even realizing it. I had a post come across, how Facebook will send it to you like memory.
Yes.
And gosh, this was probably 2010. It was the most blurry picture I've seen in my life.
That you posted.
Yeah, that I posted of nails. And it's just like, I don't know, I've just improved with time. Better cameras, better whatever it is. But you get a feel and an idea for it, but it didn't stop me from posting.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is the only way. Social media is so different than traditional media was all about perfection.
Right.
A photo shoots take 8 hours and you get it just right. So that social media is very backwards in the sense of it doesn't feel natural to put your work out there and then work and improve. Everybody thinks like
be perfect first.
Yeah, and then I'll post. And it's actually the reverse. You need to keep putting it out there. That's how you learn. That's how you learn about photography and lighting, and how you learn about making better videos and cutting and editing, and but even about your own work, and what you think is good is not necessarily what the market thinks is good. I think that's the biggest thing.
We've seen this so many times. Yeah, but yeah, it was. I call it blurry. It was pretty but blurry.
It was pretty but blurry. Yeah, but you still put it out. So props to you. So improve that part of it. We have so many videos on location marketing, on growing your Instagram account, just your marketing game in general on our YouTube channel. Check them out. Implement those. Look to implement those for 2021. I think that's a good plan.
I like that too, because we are coming into kind of a holiday, right? You kind of have some days off and stuff like that. And I think people feel like they might be wasting time by watching videos and stuff like that. But if you want to improve, like you said, we have videos on it. If you want to improve your camera skills, there's videos on that. There's so many different things you learn how to edit.
Yeah, on YouTube. Exactly.
So just go down that rabbit hole and expand your knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that when even just 4 years ago, when I started on the journey, the cameras were good on the phones, but they are insane now. These are pro cameras.
These are better than remember the big cameras you used to carry around Disneyland? And
I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Everything. Yeah.
These are insane. You can capture amazing content on these, and you should be utilizing what you have now to put out on those platforms. There's no question.
It's amazing what an iPhone and a ring light can do.
Oh my God. Huge. What else, Tracey? What is something else that nail professionals should make New Year's resolution for 2021?
We talk about raising prices.
We did talk about raising prices. That should be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, it's and then big on my list. So, okay, we've talked about that. We've talked about practicing. We've talked about marketing. I'm trying to think. Those are my 3 main things what you can do. What
about, this is kind of a general one, but I think it's a good overall goal, is improving your communication with your clients, openly communicating everything. So raising prices would fall in that, right? Because you need to be communicating, but also, and we kind of touched on this in the beginning, sort of maybe new rules and regulations.
Yeah, we talked about that, right?
Right. Booking appointments on your, if that's through text or phone call or however that is, just overall improving the communication about being on time, not being late. These are things that you can put into on your desk, like you always said, and letting your clients know, but being very nice and respectful.
Always.
But being very transparent and open about communication.
Yeah, I like that. And, this would be a good time too, because what happens is a situation happens and we're have to text this full thing to a person. It becomes very overwhelming and you get all stressed out. When you're not in the situation, when you have some downtime, sit down and go, okay, situation number 1, client keeps showing up late. Here's my standard text for that when that happens. Situation number 2, my client is, bringing whatever it is, new client rules and regulations, write it all out. So when the situation happens,
you go.
It's a simple copy and paste. You don't even have to think about it. That stress level comes down because it's a simple copy and paste. And you did it when you're not upset about it.
Yeah.
Because when we were upset about something, we
we should
never.
I mean, overall, nobody should ever text or email anything when you're upset. You should do it and I love that. That's a great, as situations happen, but you can imagine if you've had some experience in the salon, you've already seen situations and you can create these general texts and communications respectful.
I'm not feeling well, but I was going to come in anyway. Here's my standard. Please don't come in because And that works. I'm going to be 15 minutes late. Here's my standard response to that. We'll have to reschedule your appointment.
Yeah. I would this is my opinion, because I've seen a lot of communication online and over the internet and how it can get misinterpreted very easily. I would make sure somebody reads it.
Proofread. That's good. Yeah.
And that way your tone comes across respectful, nice, and in a professional manner. I've seen on the internet nail professionals openly sharing their communication with clients, like taking a screenshot, and it's first of all, I would never recommend doing that. Yeah. Second of all, I've seen the communication happen where it's not nice, and you just don't want to come off in the wrong way.
I like that. I like that a lot, because it's amazing what a comma put in the wrong spot can do.
Oh my God.
And I'm the worst about, I know I speak English. I just don't speak it or write it very well at all. So I like that. And again, because if you're doing it when you're not upset, it's going to come off better.
Totally.
So send it to a friend, send it to a client that you trust, that like, hey,
that.
If I sent this to you, and by the way, I'm sending it to you, what would you think?
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's a good idea. Overall, I think that's a good, if you take these recommendations that we're making and you actually execute them in 2021, I'm telling you, you're going to change your life. So implement them, take action, do it. Also, let us know in the comments below any other New Year's resolutions for nail professionals that you recommend, and would be good ideas for some of your colleagues. So let us know in the comments below. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.